Now, living near the office is getting a lot cheaper in London. House prices in the city and Canary Wharf have dropped. You can find the best bargains in the city of Westminster, where prices there have slumped 37% compared to a year earlier. Lockdowns have caused residents to move to greener areas with more spaces and also see thousands of migrants leave London. Well, Northacre is a British property company that develops luxury apartments in London. And Niccolo Barattieri, Northacre chief executive, joins us for an update on the property market. Niccolo, I'm sure there's a couple of questions about SPACs and whether you want to get into maybe real estate SPACs. But on a more serious note, people can't travel. So how difficult is it to shift some of your properties to sell them if you don't have foreigners coming in to view them?
I think that, first of all, good morning, Francine. First of all, I think that the prime central London market has really had a story of two prongs. The first one is the secondary market, which actually has been quite resilient at every price point. Chelsea and Westminster, for the first time in 6 years, actually recorded a plus in prices in 2020, which is actually quite extraordinary. This has not really reverberated in the new build, because obviously the new build is mostly for foreign buyers and investors, and they haven't been able to travel, so they haven't been able to come and see the stock, and the space has been pretty quiet.
There's also a lot of people, a lot of bankers that have left because of Brexit or other reasons. Does that also hurt some of, has the, I guess, profile of who's buying your properties changed because of Brexit?
Look, I think that if you're really focusing on the prime central London high-end space, they were not technically the main targets. The main targets were foreign buyers who have shown that actually their love affair for London has continued. Viewings incredibly in an electronic format actually have been very strong. They haven't translated into new buys simply because when you spend something like 5, 10, 20 million on a property, you want to come and see it. But there is pent-up demand. I think what the pandemic has shown is that, homes are now kind of, we're giving a sharp focus on our home, and that they're at the forefront of our desires, much more than any other luxury good. You were talking about before in your intro about, implying the end of urbanization, of everyone moving away to the countryside. We believe exactly the opposite. We believe that actually we've missed human contact much more than trees. And the trend of urbanization will continue. And I think it's a short-term blip that you're seeing people moving out. So we're bullish on central London going forward. And, if at the beginning of 2020, someone would have told me there was a pandemic and prices would have been stable, I think it's a very good showing. And it shows you that there's pent-up demand after a 7-year bear market.